Hey guys, it's Manu and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about tips on how to survive the holidays when on a diet, specifically the keto diet. Hey guys, if it is your first time watching my channel, my name is Manuela Echeverri. This is my English YouTube channel where I share my ketogenic lifestyle that I've been living for over 3.5 years now. I share recipes, I share my experience and different knowledge that I've acquired over the years. Well, December is here, Christmas, Hanukkah and the holidays fast approaching. And it is the perfect opportunity to say it somehow to ruin our diet, to ruin everything that we've been working towards during the year. Not to be fatalistic, but I am going to share with you some tips to survive the holiday season. I do want to make a disclaimer. This is year 2020. Things are a little different all over the world. We're still during a global pandemic, and in no way am I encouraging big social gatherings or such. Depending on the country you are, I'm sure your country has particular pandemic and COVID regulations, so maybe this year you're not gonna have a lot of big gatherings or gatherings at all, or office parties, so just take it with a grain of salt. Maybe it's advice that you can use this year, or maybe it's advice that you can use next year that will have more holiday parties and events. Okay, so there's two ways of looking at the holidays. Number one is you feel great the way you're eating. Maybe it's a keto diet, maybe it's a low carb diet or lifestyle, and you want to keep eating this way throughout the holidays. Why? Because you don't want to stall your weight loss, because you feel great, or whatever your reason is. There's a second option. You are in a maintenance stage of your diet and you want to loosen up a little, and that's fine. Well, this video it's targeted towards the first group, where you want to be as strict as possible and don't mess up all of your progress. So the first tip before going to a holiday party is eating before you go. I know it might seem rude to get to a party or an event and don't eat any of the food, but in a lot of holiday gatherings you'll have a lot of snacks, a lot of treats, a lot of desserts. It might not be a sit-down dinner, so if you get there and you've already eaten, you're not gonna be as tempted to start trying the regular cookies, eating some bread, etc., etc. So if you're full, you're just gonna be less tempted, and that's fine. That's perfect. Depending on the event, a lot of people won't even notice if you're not eating all of the foods, or maybe there's a good protein option, there's a good salad, and if you eat that you're gonna be just fine, because you won't be starving. So it's very, very important that you don't get to a party ravishing. Why? Because that is the moment when we make mistakes, when we eat whatever is in front of us with the excuse that we're so hungry that we have to eat it. Number two is bring your own food. This is going to be an option depending on where you're going. For example, if I'm going to my mom's house or someone who is really close to me or a friend, I can just ask, what's for dinner? Do you want me to bring something? And most of the cases you will be able to bring something, even if it's just an appetizer. So just make sure it's keto, it's delicious, everyone in the party is going to enjoy it, and that way you won't feel left out. The other option is that if it is someone who is really close to you, like your mom maybe, you can actually bring your own food and eat with your family your own food, and it's going to be fine. I don't know why we see some ways of eating as if we have to respect them without a doubt. For example, if someone in your family is vegan and they bring their own food, or they make special food for them because they're vegan, normally people are respectful and they're not going to be like, oh, you have to eat meat. No one's going to do that. So why would anyone have to force you into eating bread or cake or pasta, right? I see it the same way, but it's sometimes it's just a matter of slowly educating your family of the way you're eating, that it's very good for you, that it's making you feel better, that it's helping you get over your insulin resistance, etc., etc. Number 3 goes very close in hand with number 2, and it is drinks. Sometimes if you go to a holiday party, there's going to be alcohol, and if you do drink, maybe the alcohol that they're serving is not low carb friendly. Maybe they have really dark beers, maybe they have already sweetened cocktails, maybe they have like Baileys or Irish cream or some sort of alcohol that it's packed with carbs and sugar. Well, if you bring your own, let's say, low carb wine, your own bottle of vodka, gin, whatever it is that you want to drink, you'll be great. And that same option goes to non-alcoholic drinks. If you don't know what they're going to be serving, just bring your own seltzer water, bring your own whatever it is that you drink. I only drink seltzer water, so that's all I can come up with. And that is another option. Maybe you're not drinking this because you never drink, or maybe right now because of your diet and the responsible decisions that you're making for your health, you're not drinking, and that's fine. Either option is fine. You get to decide for yourself, being an adult in the States over 21, right? If you are not drinking, but maybe you used to drink before, and people in your social circle, your friends, your co-workers, your family are used to seeing you drink, and I know it's crazy for this to happen when we're adults, but social pressure and peer pressure is something real. So if you don't want to go through explaining why you're not drinking, or people constantly offering you drinks, a great tip is just have a glass full of ice, some seltzer or soda or club soda, some wedges of lemon, and people might think it's a gin and tonic, and that's it. So that's a great tip to keep hydrated, 0 calories, 0 alcohol, and people won't be offering you drinks if they see that you already have a drink in hand. Tip number 5 is to decide whether it's worth it or not to explain to people why you're doing keto, what is keto, and why it's good for you. I know this sounds crazy, but in this age, everyone, obviously everyone is entitled to have their own opinions, but everyone thinks that they're an expert. So they saw some news once about the keto diet, and now they're experts on the keto diet. So you say you're doing the keto diet, and this person that might be healthy, might not be healthy, will tell you everything that is wrong with the way you're eating. Unfortunately, that happens a lot. I don't know about where you're from, but here in Latin America, I'm from Colombia, and that's where I currently live. Unfortunately, people here love to tell you what to do. Everyone thinks they're an expert, and everyone wants to tell you that what you're doing is wrong and that it's killing you, only because I think sometimes I don't think it comes from a bad place, but maybe your own responsible decisions, your positive change makes them uncomfortable. So there are 2 options. Number 1, as you don't even have to say you're doing any kind of diet. You can just say, I went to the doctor and currently I'm not eating blah 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 blah. That's it. I went to the doctor. If you mention doctor, people usually don't mess with that. I'm doing this diet that my doctor prescribed for my thyroid, for my hormones, for my insulin resistance, whatever it is, for my allergies. People usually just stop at that, right? Or maybe the person who is asking you is truly interested. In that case, you can have a conversation. Maybe if you feel comfortable, explain to them why you're eating this way, what are the benefits, or you can actually just redirect them to this YouTube channel if you want me to explain to them a little more into detail. I do believe that it's very, very important for us to choose our fights, because our energy is very, very valuable, and sometimes the people closest to us, even if they don't mean to, they're just gonna attack us for the way we're eating. So my advice is to pick your battles. You don't have to explain to everyone why you're eating this way. Well, those were 5 tips for your diet to survive the holidays. I really hope they're useful for you, and maybe if you do have your own tips, leave them in the comments down below. I'm sure everyone's going to be happy to read even more tips and more comments. If it is your first time watching one of my videos, thank you for being here. This, as I said, is my English YouTube channel. My main channel is in Spanish, and I just found that sharing all of my recipes and all of my experience and knowledge in this ketogenic lifestyle just fills my heart so much that I decided to start this new channel in English for all of you English speaking friends and family. So if you do subscribe to the channel, that would be amazing. If you are already part of this English YouTube channel, thank you for being here. If you like the video, please give it a big thumbs up, and remember that my first book, my first cookbook, is now available in English. I always link it down below. Easy and amazing recipes that I know are going to be helpful. I can't even speak in English today, I'm sorry, for your ketogenic lifestyle. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye.